When you have a Pixel 10, you may get asked a few questions, like, what is that? How did you do that? And can we use your camera instead? Ask more of your phone. Google Pixel 10.
Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast. Hi!
Hi!
Welcome to the Port Charles 411 Fan of the Month.
I love these episodes.
I know, they're so much fun. We can't do more than one fan of the month, but we have a few submissions, so we're definitely loaded for the next couple months. So if you would like to be one of our fans of the month, just go to our website and fill out the form and you'll be considered. So this month we're talking to Beverly Owens, and Amanda actually found her.
Found her. I like the way you say that.
You
I was
her.
out hunting. She's on one of the Facebook groups that I'm in and posted about the fact that she won the Mother's Day Zoom call contest. So of course I had to jump on that and ask to hear all about it because I was jealous we didn't win.
Yep. So we did pick her, but still.
Yes.
It was fun. But so we hope that you enjoy our conversation. She's been a fan of the show since 1963. Well, thanks so much for letting us, just talk to you. And I don't know how much Amanda explained.
I didn't really.
Okay. Well, go ahead.
I didn't really. So I don't know if you've listened to our podcast. We have an episode on Monday and Thursday. And okay, about 2 months ago, I think it was, we started with Fan of the Month. And so when I saw on Facebook that you had got to do the Zoom call with all the different stars and how long you've been watching, I just thought you would be an awesome person to talk to. So tell us everything.
I always love to talk about General Hospital. So.
Well, that's great. So what got you into the show?
Oh my gosh, I started watching when the show first started in 1963. I was 9 years old. My mother watched it every day, and so I did too. That was back when Jesse Brewer, Steve Hardy, and all of them. It was different. It looks so different. If you ever go back and look at the YouTube videos of those early episodes, it's the same but different. Well, they were black and white for one thing, and only 30 minutes long. And a lot has changed over the years. A lot of characters come and gone. But I started watching it as a child, and General Hospital's, what do you call it? A secret pleasure or whatever.
Guilty pleasure, yeah.
Yeah, guilty pleasure. And I've just always enjoyed watching. It's a time to get away.
Do your children or grandchildren watch it with you?
Actually, my daughter, who signed me up for the Mother's Day contest, and we watch it, and then her little daughter watches it with her. She's not so little anymore. She just turned 13. But, man, we can really get to talking about General Hospital.
That's awesome. We love that because I used to text with my gram about it all the time, and we would talk about it. And she passed right before Luke left, and I'm like, that's not fair. I don't get to talk about that with her, But love the multi-generational.
I don't hear it. I mean, we don't get to talk all the time. We both work pretty hectic schedules, but it never fails. If one little thing happens that we see on Facebook or on the internet, we'll text the other, and then before you know it, we're into an hour-long conversation.
That's kind of how our podcast started, is that Amanda overheard me talking about it at a meeting for Girl Scouts one time, and then we just started texting each other about it, and we're like, hey, we should do a podcast. And we did.
Wow. And it's awesome, too. I've been listening, and
thank you.
It's a lot of fun to hear other people's thoughts, about the show and the characters and everything. I don't always agree with the general consensus on a lot of stories, and have a lot of fun reading through especially on Facebook, is if people come out with things, it's like, oh my gosh, I never thought of that, no way. You know? And so it's entertaining. My husband watches with me, and
Oh,
they're like the characters. I mean, it's like we talk about them like they're real people.
yep.
They're real people, but, you know, it's like, you know, we'll talk about them and get a long conversation sometimes, but it's a lot of fun to have him enjoying it too.
Has he always watched it with you, or is it something that he just kind of fell into?
Well, yeah, we've been together 22 years, and he's watched it all 22 years with me. I would have it on, and you know, before you know it, he just kind of got hooked and started asking questions. Well, who is that? And yes, and you know, and how come? And next thing you know, he's going, is it time to watch yet?
Nice.
You know, video recorders were the best things that ever happened to us on that. We don't have to miss.
Was there ever a time that you didn't watch it? Like Shannon and I have watched it since we were younger, but there's been years that we've missed it just from having kids or working or whatever. Have you watched it consistently?
Well, I didn't get to watch it when it was first run, but I watched the recordings of it. So, but yeah, there were. I will say there's been times where I've let myself get behind on the episodes and had to do a marathon to catch up. I mean, I did General Hospital marathons before Netflix came along. So,
So over the years, what do you think? And this is probably going to be a tough question. Like your favorite storyline has been.
oh my gosh, I've had a lot of favorites. I really enjoyed it back in the day when Robert and Sean Donnelly and Anna, you know, when doing the spy stories.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a lot of fun, and they were not on set a lot of times, you know. So I enjoyed that period, and you know, then Luke and Laura, of course, and but I think the period back with Robert and Anna and all that those were some fun stories.
I do like when they take them out of Port Charles and actually take them places, not
Yes.
just where, you know, they just redid the set.
Not where they go to the beach outside Los Angeles and say, oh, well, we're in whatever. Yeah.
Right.
And you can tell the picture looks different. You know, when they're actually on location, I mean, that's how I see anyway, you know, the resolution is not the same as it is when they're on set. It's fun to see. Sun hits them, it's not always favorable to some of them, but we're all getting older, so that's okay.
Are there any storylines that you absolutely did not like? That you were just like, what am I even watching right now?
Well, kind of right now, actually. I haven't been real happy with the way things been going lately. You know, what I don't enjoy is when they'll start a story and then just drop it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you kind of get involved in it and then you don't hear another thing. And I understand that there's probably reasons why they have to go different directions and all, but those are frustrating. Kind of sick of the Wiley story. He is a precious little boy, but I have my own theory about that. I kind of halfway think that baby might not be Michael's.
Oh, no.
We'll see. Well, Nell, she'll do anything, you know. There's no telling. And friends with Brad, you know, that had the DNA chop shop or whatever you want to call it. There's really no telling. I just have a little, I could be wrong, probably am wrong, but, you know, everybody's so involved. Well, who's going to get Wally? You know, when's Michael going to find out he's Wally's daddy? Well, what if he's not?
I've never thought about that. Did they ever do a DNA test?
Allegedly, there was one done, but like I said, Brad and
Yeah.
Dr.
All you have to say is Brad.
And, you know, how do we really know? So, but yeah, Nell, she's such a wonderful actress. She's one of those characters that you love to hate, and I do. My daughter and granddaughter actually met her at one of the fan events and talked about how sweet she was.
Aw,
that's nice to hear.
She was really sweet, my granddaughter, and so that was. But I think she's a really good actress, maybe one of the best I've ever had. So that's why they keep her around. Kind of see where she might go places at some point.
What do you think about the whole that she's going to be Nina's daughter?
I don't believe she is. I don't believe she is. There's too many ways of looking at it. I mean, everybody says, oh, well, she has the other half of the necklace. Well, I had a half of a necklace like that one time, too.
We used to have them back in the day. They were best friend necklaces.
Right, exactly.
But the time doesn't work for me. I mean, I think that if I always say, why does she have to have a dog? It's like everybody wants to put this one together. This is so and so's father. This is so and so's mother. Why does it have to be that way? I mean, I know that that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the story, but I think if she has a daughter, it's probably Willow, because if you remember when Willow first came on the show, I mean, they really did not get along.
Mm-hmm.
It was like instant fireworks, and over the years, I've always taken that as an indicator of, hey, this is like Brooke, Lynn, and Chase. I think there's a spark there.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that. I like Chase and Willow, but I saw a spark with Sam and Brenda.
Yeah.
You see. That's the fun of it, is wondering what's going to happen.
Hopefully we get to find out soon.
Yeah, I saw where Robert Scorpio tweeted the other day that they were going to get back in the studio, but then I read today, I believe, that not in the Los Angeles studios yet.
No!
There's conflicting tweets. Yeah, the actor that plays Robert said it was supposed to start at
Right.
12, but then the actor that plays Julian said no. Don't get too excited yet.
So let's get Robert and Julian duking it out. Duking it out. Sorry.
I can see that happening.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, Robert he's one of my favorite all-time characters, and I think he's aged well.
Mm-hmm.
And his characters got kind of crotchety and everything like an older person gets. So he's one of my favorites. I love it when he's on there.
Have you met any of the actors? You said that your daughter and granddaughter have. Have you ever attended any of the fan events or anything?
Actually, I haven't gotten to go to one of those. If they have it this year in Fort Worth, like they were planning to, I'm going to go with her this time. I wasn't able to before due to some conflicting things. But she and I did go and see Tyler Christopher. He was in Tyler, Texas, at it was a women's exhibit, all kinds of women's causes and health things and all, and he was the guest there. And yeah, I was right next to him. He is a good-looking fella. Yeah, he's always going to be Nicholas to me. The new kid, I think he's doing a pretty good job of making the character his own.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish he looked a little bit older.
He does. He looks too young. We've talked about this before.
Right.
Age-wise,
But he's
not.
actually the age of Nicholas.
Right.
Tyler Christopher was like 6 years older than what Nicholas actually is.
Yeah.
He makes him so mean. Tyler Christopher always had the polite, so you could almost ignore when he was being a jerk. And this guy's just like, no.
Right.
I'm just being a jerk. He's a good jerk.
And so my theory on he and Ava is I think they're actually going to stay together. We'll see.
I think so too. That would be a good storyline.
Yeah, because I see her changing. She's mellowing some, and
she is.
So they all get to turn around, at one point or other.
And she's really focusing on changing. So it's not even like it's just happening. Like she's really trying to make the change and everything too. So just got to win over Spencer.
Wow, he is a mess. Watching those older episodes since the reruns have been on, and seeing him when he was younger, he is such a little ham.
He is, yeah.
But they're growing up too. I saw him in a movie not too long ago, and he's definitely getting older. It's funny how they let some of the characters actually stay and age like normal, and then you get this sudden, all of a sudden, one is 3 and then they're 12.
Mm-hmm.
I think the most obvious though is with like Cameron and Joss. you know, they were like pretty much the same age with Nicholas's son, and then all of a sudden they're like practically grown, and he didn't quite catch up. So that was kind of obvious there.
Joss was always much younger than them because Cameron, Spencer, and Emma were in the love triangle,
Right.
and then Joss jumped over them
Right.
because she jumped like 10 years, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Something like
it's a
that.
huge difference.
Yes, she was actually one of the folks that was on the Zoom meeting for Mother's Day. She's pretty much Joss, actually, the actress.
So how did you find out that you had won the Zoom call? Like, how did they announce that?
Oh my gosh, I didn't know anything about it, and my daughter sent me an email to let me know that she had entered me and that I had won, and you know, gave me all the information and everything, and she was so excited. Oh, I mean, she was so excited to be able to do that for me. She knows how well. I told you we talked to the hospital a lot, so that's how I found out about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't think I would believe it. Like, if you told me I won it, I would be like, nah, you're just messing with me.
Well, because who was on it? Who was on the call?
Who was on the call?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh, the Willow, Mac, Lulu, Nicholas, Joss, Cameron, and Taggart.
Wow.
Oh,
You love Taggart.
we interviewed Riel Andrews
Oh, yeah, he
When was
was
that?
there. And
back in February.
Yeah.
So what'd you guys talk about? I mean, there was how many of you won that Mother's Day call?
you know, I think it was 50, and it was basically you just typed in your questions and they responded. You know, it wasn't like we got to actually talk. And but almost everybody had the same question, so no matter what your question was, it was out there. And one thing that was I felt funny was that Lulu was crocheting during the thing, and I knew that she had an Etsy store.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, there she was. You can see her; she's crocheting.
That's cute.
She does a
But,
lot
you know,
of like
they're all-
live videos on Instagram, I think it is.
Yeah, and of course they're all on lockdown and everything too, so they were in their homes, and
Yeah.
it was just pretty cool.
Was there
but
anything
that
that
wasn't
you
even-
learned that you didn't know?
Not really, but it was good to just see their personalities, you know, in that setting. Like I said, I've been watching it so long that I don't get a lot of surprises anymore, except for the other Mother's Day present that I got. I get an email from my daughter on Mother's Day morning, and it has an attachment, a video. And so I play it, and it starts with, "Hey, Beverly, this is Maurice Bernard." And I almost fell out of my chair. I kid
Oh my
you not.
goodness!
And you know, she purchased this, I guess, for me. It was a little short video, and he's talking about, you know, he's stuck here in the coronavirus thing, and that's why he's got some beard. And I mean, the reason that he was calling me is because my daughter, he said she loves you. And he went on to say, wishing me a happy Mother's Day from Fort Charles, and he goes in for me, Sonny, and then he showed the dimples.
Oh, that is so sweet. I love that they're doing
It
those
was.
videos for fans. Like, that's such a cool,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Well, I had no idea that they did things like that. So when I opened it, and I mean, there he was, full screen. I've got a big monitor, I'm going, and it was he. Yes, you could tell he was definitely on lockdown because he did. His hair was not solid black, and his beard was definitely not solid black. But it was really cool. I'll never forget that one.
That's awesome. That is so sweet. Sounds like you have a great daughter.
I do. I have 2 great daughters and a son to match.
Oh. Does the son watch too?
No.
Darn it.
No, he is not into soap operas.
Well, they can't all be perfect, So.
What I tell him. It's really funny because we'll get to talking, my daughter and I, back and forth and everything, and then it'll dawn on him that we're talking about the story, because he'll think we're talking about some real people, and he'll go, oh my gosh.
I think we've all been caught in those conversations that people overhear and are looking at you like, what are you talking about? General Hospital?
Well, especially as many years as I've watched and watched all these people develop and grow and come and go and come back again. I mean, they're not, they're like part of your family, they're for that hour every day, you care about what they're going through and all. And I mean, I literally have, out of the blue, sit with my husband and just start saying, I wonder if so-and-so, and he knows right what I'm talking about, so he doesn't have to look at me and go, what are you talking about? He knows. He likes Carly.
Oh.
She's beautiful, and she's, and Laura Wright, if you follow her at all on social media, just seems like the sweetest woman in the world,
Yeah.
And that's what he says. He says she's beautiful, and he says she's so smart, and then you just never know what's going to come out of her, so.
Yeah.
She doesn't let too much get over on her.
Yeah.
No, and if you do pull something on her, she's gonna retaliate.
You better watch out. There's a lot of strong characters on there. I like to watch Alexis and Diane. I mean, I think Diane is just awesome. The humor they have going back and forth between them is entertaining.
I wonder what they're going to do with that if they actually keep Alexis disbarred. Because that was half the fun of watching all the court cases, was the two of them going at each other.
Right.
I don't think that they'll stay disbarred. I'm pulling for her and Neil, actually. But I think that there was so much storyline, and they were having to improvise so much. I don't know if you noticed the last live episodes, how they were just full of flashbacks. I mean, they stretched it out as far as they could. And I don't think they really had time to develop that story as much. I think they will, and we'll see what happens. But I think they'll get their license back. There's something weird about that whole deal, so we'll see.
I agree.
I hope so. They're a good match.
Yeah.
It's about time Alexis has a nice guy.
Yeah, a grown-up guy that's, a decent person and doesn't have a lot of baggage. I mean, she wouldn't know how to act.
I wonder how they're going to bring in the coronavirus, though, because that they're going to.
I would think they have to, yeah.
It'd be a really good opportunity to drop some lines that we don't care about.
Focus on
changing some. Like, they could just forget about this whole Nina Nell mother-daughter thing.
But, General Hospital has always been wonderful about presenting stories, like the Alzheimer's story, breast cancer back in the day, and things like that. So I do think that they'll definitely have a story about it.
I hope that's not how they kill Mike.
I hope not either. Don't go there.
I wish Mike could just stay, but they have been... That story has been amazing. I watched an old episode of Barney Miller not too long ago, and he was really young and silly on that show, and I think, oh, boy, he's the same guy.
Did you watch the spin-off shows, or did you just stick with General Hospital?
Was it Night Shift? I think we saw some of that one, but I didn't get into Port Charles, or I just didn't have the time. I used to watch The Young and the Restless, but then when time became an issue, I gave it up for General Hospital.
Good choice. If you could change how any of the storylines went, what one would you change, and how would you do it differently?
Oh, wow. That's kind of a tough question. I'm so focused on the stories that are going right now. I mean, I just throw the brakes on a lot of them. It's like, okay, we've had enough, and we really don't care anymore. Luke and Laura, of course, back in the day, when, he raped her and all that, and it was so, people didn't know what to think, and, thought it was wrong to have that and all. I had mixed emotions at the time, but that was a good story. I mean, really, Luke and Laura was a good story. when he was younger, but I loved Luke and Tracy.
Yes, they were
That
fun.
was fun, yeah.
I like how they did fix the Luke and Laura story, though, in the 90s when Liz was raped, and they owned up to it. I mean, they had him own up to it and apologize, and I thought that they did a really good job of acknowledging what happened in the past and saying that it's not okay, and kind of moving forward from that. Because a lot of times they don't do things like that. And I mean, it's kind of what we're seeing right now in the world. Just because something was okay decades ago doesn't mean we can't learn from it.
Yeah, and that was a different time too. And as we've gone on, we know that certain behavior is just not acceptable. I don't care who it is. And when you look back at those old shows, though, they were both so young. And how about Scotty? I mean, I think he is probably the most underused character on the show. I would really, pardon me, we like to see him and Bobby, have a real romance at this time in their lives, or something. And I wish that they used his character a little bit more.
He has a lot of personality, and he has a lot of different kind of hats that he wears, because sometimes you love him and sometimes you want to throw him up against a wall and be like, what are you doing?
Right. Yeah. But if you really look at him, he's just looking for somebody to love him, I think. And they don't have enough romance on the shows anymore. It's all about crime and deceit and all that. It'd be good to see a good love story on General Hospital.
That's why I was so upset that Willow and Chase aren't together anymore, because they were so cute.
Yes, that I think I threw something that day.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I love them together. She's such a sweet girl, and he loves her so much. I mean, he loves her enough to let her go, and I hope she knows it someday.
Same.
Don't start crying, Shannon.
It hurts so much. Because he does. You can just tell. Like, the way he looks at her, Right. Josh Slicker's a great actor.
Yeah, it makes me tear up. I admit it. Yeah, I probably shed more tears over those shows than I don't know what. BJ's Heart. That story.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that was one of the tough ones. But the stories are not the same. No, they're not. I know that they've had different writers over the years and things like that. But those writers need to all listen to your podcast. They need to read everything on Facebook, and then they'll see what they do, where they need to go.
Well, I think the thing that interested us the most was somebody told us that it's not necessarily like we thought Lulu has their own writer. Like, like the certain storylines have a different writing team. It's not. It's like one writing team writes Monday, one writing team writes Tuesday. Isn't that what?
Yeah, that's what they said. And they don't always go back and see what was done on Monday. They just pick up where Monday stopped.
And it's like, no, the different storylines should have different writers, not days. It's that way you can see it progress. And Lulu used to be such a great character, and they've just kind of really made her so whiny and annoying lately. And it's sad because that's not Lulu. Like, that's not a Spencer.
I know. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I also had heard, what they were doing during that Zoom meeting. One of the things they were asking about, you don't realize that they don't all act with the same actors. Yep. They have, some of them never worked with Sonny, maybe, or there's not a lot of crossover. And I hadn't really thought about that until they were talking about, well, who would you like to work with, that you haven't. That was interesting.
That's a really good question. Yeah, because I understand that you don't think about, because it was, we interviewed Wiley's mom, and she said something about, because her name's Jacqueline, but she goes by Jax. And so we started talking about Jax. And she's like, yeah, but the boys have never been, so she saw him in the hall once, but she's never like met him.
Yeah, it's wild. But yet they all come together and make that story so good.
Mm-hmm.
That I think that if the writing's being done that way, maybe that's the problem with the continuity.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I would want, we always joke that we're available for consultation. I kind of don't want to know what's going to happen. But at the same time, if I would be willing to make that sacrifice to help the cause.
Yes. I wouldn't want to be on every story, but just consult on one story, because then you still have to watch the rest of the show to catch up with everything else. But some things they could definitely use the fans' clarification for.
Well, I tell you what really drives me crazy are some of the websites that are the soap scoops, the spoilers, etc. And there's one, and I'm not going to name it because I don't want to do that, but I have actually put on Facebook, is anything they have ever said come true? Because, but they'll somebody will post that, and then everybody's off to the races on that topic, and I'm going, we don't know this is going to happen, folks. It's just real.
It's like they're the weathermen of soaps. Like they can just say whatever they want to say, and it doesn't have to come true.
Mm-hmm. And it's like proof that Nina is Nell's mother. Proof, absolute proof. No, I'm sorry, it's not proof. I hope
they
not.
Can always change it.
Yeah, I hope not for Nina's sake.
Right. That would be awful to finally find your long lost daughter and it be now. That would be horrible.
Well, but that's why she likes her right now. She's giving her the benefit of the doubt.
True.
Yeah, Nina tries to be fair, but I always remember too when she first came on the show and how devious and everything she was. Of course, I understood why, but so who knows?
I don't know how I'd behave if I was in a coma for 20 years. Right. I think that would mess me up a little bit.
You have the right to do whatever you want then.
Yeah. Kind of like everybody that's had to be at home, for the last several months. Like,
right. I guess we got a small, teeny, tiny taste of it. So.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's made you stay a fan, pretty much since the beginning? Because I know a lot of people say, oh, I stopped watching because they did this and that. What made you stick with it?
Well, I don't quit watching because I either do or do not like a story. There have been stories that I could do without, and I would admit I fast-forwarded through a lot of that. But I guess I just want to see what's going to happen next to these people because they've been a part of my life for 57 years,
Right.
It's curiosity. And it's entertaining. For most of the time, it is entertaining.
Mm-hmm. It's just something good and mindless to watch. It's your escape.
It is. It absolutely is. And social media has added to it, I guess. I try to be very, very careful and not make very many responses, although sometimes I look at my husband and I'll say, they're going to kick me out this time, but because
some people go a little too far. Yeah.
It was they do, and they're so rude to each other sometimes.
Yes.
Saying, hey, folks, we're all fans. This is supposed to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And, in this world, there's a lot of people, they have to be right, and it's just the only opinion is their opinion. But I like to see all the different opinions, because it's like, I hadn't thought of that. That's possible. Then I'll say another, and I'll go, come on, seriously, there's no way this is happening. But then you never know.
Right. They can make anything happen. Right.
Yeah, they've proven that.
and that's a cool thing, So, and they motivate us, but sometimes things are so obvious, and then other times they're messing with us, So.
Do you think that Holly is really dead?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's where we are
too.
too.
Be a good story. Huh?
That's where we are too. We don't think that she's dead.
Yeah, I don't think so, and I don't think Peter's a bad guy either. I think there's something going on there. I
definitely don't think he
really
tried to kill her. I definitely, when he said, I said to what was it?
That-
Cause a
on that
distraction.
phone
He's
call.
like, but I didn't say kill Holly.
Right.
Like, I believe that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think there's somebody. I think there's somebody pulling his chains. Maybe we'll see Faison back. Who knows?
Oh gosh.
That man never dies.
I was just gonna say, I'm like, is Helena coming back again? You know. Oh, I love Constance Towers though. She's awesome.
She is, and she absolutely is. And I tell you, the other character that has intrigued me a lot more at late is Alan Ting.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's going to be a lot more to learn about him, and I think he is maybe trying to change.
Mm-hmm.
And hope so. I almost saw him and Anna. I thought, well, they have a history. What's going on there? I don't really see her and Finn together always.
Worn out, like they've lost the spark.
Absolutely, yeah. If they had it,
Right. I think if they bring Hayden back, that's going to be the end of them for sure.
probably.
Yeah.
Probably so. But wouldn't it be something if they brought Holly back on the show and then it ended up being a triangle with Holly and Robert and Anna?
Oh boy. I think that Anna and Robert are established though as friends, and
Mm-hmm.
if she didn't go back before Finn proposed, when she thought that Robert was gonna propose and she was just like, what? No. I think that was kind of her, yeah, it's definitely done.
Yeah,
What if Holly and
right.
Robert and Finn?
Boy, that would
I don't
put fly in the ointment, wouldn't it? And when are they ever going to have anybody for Oprah?
Seriously. Yes. I love her. She's fun.
She is. It's a lot of fun.
Like her little crush on Jax.
Yeah. Yeah. And Jax, he's not nearly as charming as he used to be when he was younger, but I don't know about him and
Nina.
Yes, Nina, thank you. I don't know about them so much. I think he's a distraction for her trying to get over Valentine, but
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And the big question is Brenda Barrett coming back? Lord, I hope not. I just never was into Brenda and Sonny.
I've seen where I think Maurice did an interview that said that it would always be a good idea to bring her back, but I don't understand why they would right now.
I think they would have to bring her back along with Lucy's company, something with the modeling and the magazine and whatever. If they gave her own storyline, I liked her as an actress,
Right.
but I don't want to see her stirring up trouble for Sonny and Carly.
If we're going to go
Jax.
back to the Sonny or Jax thing again,
Right, I'm over that.
No.
Right. Yeah, I think that's been played too many ways already.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. We had a rundown of all the people they've shared. There's a crossover. There's a lot of crossover.
Well, and that's what my husband says about Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, every time there's a new man in town, there's a new one for Elizabeth.
I hope that she and Franco just stay together.
I
She's
do
happy.
too.
Especially for
I
her
do
boys.
too.
Yeah.
He's such a good stepdad that he needs to stay in their life.
Now I'm trying to think of who I want with Obrecht.
I think they'd have to create a whole new character for her.
What about Robert? He kind of had a little pity on her.
He did, but he spent so many years chasing her for the WSB and all.
Yeah.
There's a lot of history there. So who knows? I know that she's left the show for a time. I hope that they bring her back and bring her back a good storyline.
Mm-hmm.
I know it was fun watching her in the nurses' ball when she get out there and sing without being invited.
Yes. She's always a good time. No matter what storyline, she brings extra flair to it.
She can play sweet and she can play evil.
Yep.
I think she's going to be the one that fixes it for Neil, though, because she knows the truth about that baby.
Yep.
So we'll see. I'm kind of hoping that they haven't. Maybe that's why they've been hiding her in the background for a while, and we'll see.
The only thing that's bothering me the most about this whole storyline is that Lucas and Brad are gone. You know, it's like they just had this huge devastating thing happen to them. And I understand Brad's in jail, but I mean,
Right. You feel like Lucas would have been at the court hearings.
right. And they need to be working on Lucas and Michael's relationship and how that's going to move forward because, I mean, they're family.
Right.
You know, it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, it is. It's just like they kind of erased them from the canvas for the time being. But again, I think that once this coronavirus thing is over and they're able to really get back into full swing, that I think we'll see some better stories. And they've had plenty of time to think about it, haven't they?
Right.
Sure.
They've had a lot of time to be, okay, so how quickly can we wrap this up and move on and get Obra
Yeah.
Demand?
That's right. And I'll think about y'all when it happens.
Absolutely. We'll have to be like, okay, so we'll have to talk again and talk about how we like the relationship and everything.
That's right.
Wouldn't it be something if Cesar came back with Cassandra, even though she went boom?
Oh,
It went boom.
that's funny.
That'd
It could happen. I mean, they come back from no telling where, wearing a mask or not a mask, or
Yep.
you know, is this
they
is
get
this another
shot right in front of you
evil
and dumped in the water and still come back.
That's right. Well, I think everybody's holding their breath, wanting Drew to come back. So we'll see if he does.
I hope he does.
I hope he does, but I don't know what they're going to do with him.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the bummer.
There's not really a storyline there now.
Unless, you know, the relationship with him and Franco, you know, build on that.
Yeah.
But how far can you go really? But I loved when James Franco played Franco. That was one of my favorite of the story too. He was mean. He's
Yes.
crazy.
Yes. Well, and what
And
they
you
were saying,
felt
this is the 10-year anniversary of Francophenia.
Oh, yeah.
So I wonder if they're going to do that.
That would be good if they reran that because that was.
Well, that's
good
what Franco's
storyline.
supposed to be doing to try to get money.
Right.
So
They should rerun that storyline so that everyone remembers it. That would be good.
I still don't know why they don't have any money, because didn't Jason like leave her a lot of money or give her a lot of money at some point?
Thank you. Right. He bought that house for her. How many bills could they have?
Yes.
Well, the biggest thing was that they never showed them struggling before asking Scotty for money. It was just, and it's not even like he sat down and said, listen, all my medical bills just came in.
Right.
We need help. It was just, we're broke. I mean, medical bills are, woo, I can only imagine what that kind of brain mapping would cost. So,
Yeah, but you know, then that was one of those things I said that they start it and then they just kind of drop it.
yeah.
You know, okay, it was thrown out there and then okay.
Right.
So,
Ava just handed him that $15,000 check. I doubt that they're struggling any longer.
right. Well, kids get older and bills go up, I guess, trying to get Cameron in a good school.
Yep. And maybe one day we'll see Jake and Aiden again. Aiden's been in Ireland for Christmas since Christmas.
I don't think he'll be back until Lucky comes back. And
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
It would. Now, see, I love her with Franco, but if Lucky came back, who knows? I mean, they were such a sweet story for so long.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that they both did too many things that destroyed it.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing like telling your husband that somebody else is the kid's daddy, you know.
Yeah. That'll throw a wrench in it.
But then it was Nicholas.
Right.
Oh, boy.
Poor Elizabeth. She's
I
had a
know.
rough life.
Yeah, she's been through a lot of guys.
Well, like for a little while, they were talking about Sarah a lot, and then she never came back.
Yeah.
Because we definitely
Right.
thought that she was coming back.
Right. I would have liked for her to come back for the wedding instead of Hayden.
Well, and I would like for them to brought Jeff back too. You know, Jeff
Yes.
Weber.
Yes. He should be out of jail by now, right?
I would hope so. And I actually thought when they brought Tad Martin over that that's the character that he would play. I had it all mapped out how I thought that should go. But then he turned out to be Colonel Sanders' evil twin.
I love how in that last court hearing, Diane even called him out on that crazy accent.
Southern Pride opinion. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's totally so. I mean, it's so unnecessary.
It
and then
is.
the hair to go with it. It's just like, wow.
That Colonel Sanders
But
story they did a couple years ago was absolutely horrible, though.
Oh, that was the worst.
And another thing they do is they'll throw lines in every now and then that, are throwbacks to a previous story or when they were even on a different show or something. And not everybody catches them. And they're subtle. I always think that's a blast.
Oh, that's fun. See, I never watched, what was he on, All My Children?
Mm-hmm.
So I never watched that, so I didn't know that. Oh, that's fun.
I actually saw him in person one time at a Sears store in the mall many, many years ago. I guess it was maybe 1987, and we got his autograph. And Kelly Rippis, who was on that show too. They were there for a personal appearance, and I mean we waited forever. But yeah, it was pretty cool. My son had Kelly Rippis' picture on his bedroom wall until he moved out.
She's a beautiful woman, though.
She is. I saw an article the other day that said something about, you didn't know that they were on soaps. And I was like, who didn't know that Kelly Rippis was on soaps? That's how I knew her from All My Children.
I didn't even watch the show night.
Right.
Yep.
I can't think of anything else. This has been so much fun, though.
It has. Is there anything else that you can think of that you'd like to share with us that we didn't already cover?
I literally could talk about things forever when it comes
That's
to
how we feel, too.
It's talking to girls is like talking to my daughter. You get started and one thing leads to another and leads to another, and you have a memory about something or a thought. And I totally enjoyed this. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Our pleasure. Thank you so much for
you.
talking with us, and hopefully we'll get to do it again in the future, and we'll have to start writing in fan letters. Do we still do that? Write in fan letters, be like, get Obrecht a man.
We could start a campaign on Twitter.
There we go. Yep.
Something. Obrecht needs a man. Obrecht needs a man.
Maybe Martin. Maybe Martin Gray.
He could be her man if he lost that accent. I don't think I could deal with him talking much more.
But okay, maybe he'll be like Mac, and Mac lost his accent. Maybe he can do it too.
Maybe. Okay.
It's a thought. And she has hers and he has his. It could be some interesting conversations.
That's true. She's spitting out German. He's spitting out Southern phrases, and they'll be, what?
And what's funny, I live in Texas, and it's not really Southern. I don't know what it is, but
right. It's just a whole made-up accent.
Well, and if you've noticed, he doesn't always do it either. He slips out of character sometimes.
That should be a permanent change. I can't stand that accent.
Maybe he'll get in a car accident and lose it.
There you go.
There we go.
That works.
Problem solved.
Hope they're listening.
Yeah, the very first time he opened his mouth and come out with that, it's like, we were all dying for him to be on the show, and then, what is this?
Exactly.
He's trying. It's just not working. But
yeah, I think he's going to be a lot more involved, though, because he's kind of like the lawyer for the criminals.
Yeah.
Bill and Valentine.
They need to bring more nurses in.
Yes.
I feel like we need to build up that population, and that would bring more love interests and love stories also. Poor Elizabeth has that whole hospital.
When General Hospital first started, it didn't even have a name of the town. It was the 7th floor at General Hospital is where all the story was.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy because I can remember those stories like they were yesterday, and the characters were not as smooth as they are now. The story was the story. And Jessie Brewer, golly, she was on there forever until her health got so bad that she finally had to retire. But there was a lot of good characters come and gone.
Yeah, part of the show. But they can always come back. That's the good news, is they can always come back.
I know. Anytime somebody dies, I go, that's not forever. When's Oscar going to be back? It's been a while. So.
I think he's gone.
Yeah, I think he is too.
Like Stone's not coming back and Oscar's not coming back.
Right.
Right. I agree.
I'd be okay if they brought Jagger back, though.
Well, yeah. How about Blackie?
Yes. Well, now that Fuller House is going off air, I mean.
Right. He should come back to GH.
Yep.
That's right. Surely he's out of jail by now.
Maybe. We
I
do
don't
need.
know. They pop milk out of there pretty quick.
I know. Like, how do some people get out so quickly and then?
The same way some people have parole officers that watch their every move, and others can do whatever the heck they want.
Very true. Oh yeah, whatever happened with that?
That just
That's
died
another story
too.
that just died. The parole officer thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care for that too much. That story is, I don't know what they're trying to do to JFam. And, it may be time for them to move on from each other. Maybe their story is played out as far as it can. That's why I kind of thought, well, Brando, but I have a feeling that Brando is some kind of an undercover cop.
Oh.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, he's willing to stick around for some reason,
Yeah.
And it may be that he's that he's an undercover cop. But then I didn't really understand how he could be allegedly related to Sonny and them. But who knows? Tune in tomorrow, I always say.
Yep. So is he going to be after Sonny or is he after Cyrus?
I think after Cyrus, because they came around the same time, and I think that we're going to find out that he's an undercover cop or something, DEA, something like that.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I'm all for that. I don't like Cyrus, like, at all. So
You're not supposed to, though.
I know, but usually there's a little bit that you like. He's
Yeah.
just slimy.
Yeah.
It's not even that he's a bad guy. Just the way he talks to everyone, he's gross. He's slimy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like him at all either. I do not like him. It's like Sonny, Sonny's he's a mob boss or whatever, but he's sweet. I mean, he's a family man, and he talks real tough, but you don't see a whole lot that he's really done. Just like Jason, but I just think Jason and Sam might have run their course. I don't know.
They need to do something.
Yeah.
It's either done or move on, or like
Make it interesting. Yeah. I agree.
I agree. See, you don't know what to ask for when you wanted somebody that likes to talk about General Hospital.
No, but this is why we like to do this, because we love hearing other people's opinions and suggestions and things like
Right.
that.
Especially since you remember from the beginning, because we couldn't watch then. So
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get the opportunity to go back and watch old episodes, I know YouTube's got them. I think got a lot of them anyway. The ones that are available, and you get a feeling of the history and the background of some of those characters, Scotty, his development, his character, and just all of them really.
Yeah. Well, I know that they're going to be showing the Sonny and Carly story soon. So maybe if we are off for a little bit longer than we want, maybe they'll do something like that where they'll
show the beginning would be nice.
Put together. They have enough that they could definitely do that. So
right.
Hint.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it has to do with like licensing or something like that they can't go back and actually broadcast the real old episodes again.
Yeah, we've thought about that too, because they didn't even go back to 2013 for the Nurses Ball when it came back. They only went back to 16.
Right.
So I guess we'll see.
I just think it's a lot of fun for people that are watching it now that are just started in the last even 20 years to go back and see that and go, oh, I didn't know they were related.
Mm-hmm.
Used to be married to so-and-so. Every time I watch one of them, I have a new memory.
I could really do this all night. But we can't, because actually, so
listen to the fan interview for the next 3 months. We just talk and talk.
I really enjoyed it. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining us. We really appreciate it.
And thanks for listening to the show, too. We really appreciate that.
Well, it's a good podcast, and I've enjoyed it.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Beverly. You have a great night.
You're welcome. You too. Thanks.
All right,
Thank
take care. That was so much fun.
So much fun. I could have talked to her for days.
Seriously.
I'm just going to camp out at your house and talk to Beverly all day.
Done. I will upgrade the Zoom and get an extra, I don't know, do they have 24-hour plans? I don't know.
I don't know. That might get expensive.
No, but that was a lot of fun. I feel like we only broke the tip of the iceberg.
Oh,
too.
right. Yeah, we stuck with current storyline and just dabbled in history. But if we went all the way back with her, seriously,
Oh.
we could talk for days. I'm not joking.
And I love that it's been in her family. You know, she started watching when she was 9 because her mom watched, and then she passed it along.
Even her husband watches. Like,
I
that's the cutest thing ever.
That's so sweet.
And before you joined us, we were talking about she has a granddaughter that's the same age as Megan, and that's
Okay.
who she was saying also watches it at 13. And I was like,
Aw.
I hope Megan gets into it like that because that was so cute.
She's kind of into it.
A little bit
She's
here
into
or
it
there,
enough.
but I want her addicted to it like I was
Yes.
by this age.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we hope that you enjoyed our conversation with Beverly. And if you have a fun story to share with us about being a fan of General Hospital, we would love to talk to you.
So have a good weekend.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to peer54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Peer 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at peer54podcast@gmail.com.